St. Charles presents the Josephine McCarthy Award to an individual who, through their deeds and actions, epitomizes the spirit and compassion of Josephine McCarthy. All that walking up and down. The first director of rehab at St. Charles Hospital. The award was established for the purpose of recognizing and honoring individuals who demonstrate outstanding courage, determination, and strength of will during the rehab process and who embody the altruistic value of giving back in order to improve the lives of others. This year, the award is being presented to a young woman who is not only courageous, but at every turn demonstrates great character and spirit, who, despite insurmountable odds, lives an independent and happy life, and without doubt is an inspiration and hero. In 1998, Michelle Lazar was a little girl, 6 years old, when her life was forever changed by a devastating medical crisis. She suffered an intracranial hemorrhage, a bleed inside her skull, which can be a life-threatening event. In order to save her life, her neurosurgeon performed emergency surgery, an operation where the portion of the skull is removed to drain blood and repair a ruptured blood vessel. Michelle came through the surgery well and came to St. Charles for rehabilitation. She continued to exhibit left-sided weakness afterwards. Originally, the physicians thought the hemorrhage was caused when she slipped and fell. However, years later, it was discovered that this was not caused by a slip and fall, but rather the result of a more serious condition called an AVM, an abnormal connection between the arteries and veins in the brain. Following this diagnosis, Michelle underwent additional brain surgery. After her 5th surgery, she returned to St. Charles for another round of rehabilitation just last year. Determined and feisty, with a can-do attitude, Michelle went to work with her therapist. At that point, she knew she wanted to be an occupational therapist, and it was clear throughout her stay that she was meant to be that. No task was too big or too small for Michelle, and she was loved by all who worked with her during her time at St. Charles. Despite a serious and life-threatening diagnosis, 5 brain surgeries, she never once felt sorry for herself, or at least we didn't know that. She worked hard to achieve the independence she desired. Michelle's hard work and determination paid off. She is now a recent graduate of Indiana University, and she is studying at Stony Brook to become an occupational therapist, specializing in neurorehabilitation. She and her service dog, who is no longer her service dog, and is more of a pet now because she doesn't need him, are well known to most of us at St. Charles. She has come to our summer camp and volunteered to visit the kids there and help out. Michelle, it's an honor to recognize you tonight with this award, one that speaks to your spirit, resilience, and determination. In the 15 years since your first surgery, you have lived a full and active life, a testament to your strength of character. Your decision to dedicate your life to helping individuals who experience life-altering illness or injury is the greatest example of courage in the face of adversity. Without doubt, you inspire and motivate the rest of us to be all that we can be. On behalf of St. Charles, it is an honor to present you with the 2013 Josephine McCarthy Award. Please.
I was still the crazy kid I was before my injury, which never changed. On Christmas Eve, I walked out of these hospital doors and was on my way to recovery. My attitude and perspective about my disability came from my parents. Growing up with a disability, they did not restrict me from doing anything. I wanted to play tennis and dance, so they signed me up. They disguised the difficulties of reality with enjoyment. I never thought of myself as missing out or different. They always told me that I could do anything I set my mind to. By the time I was a teenager, I had almost fully recovered with only a mild braces or weakness on my left side. My friend and I were the first 7th graders to ever make a high school varsity tennis team, and I had the opportunity to play in college. During my sophomore year at college, I had collapsed and doctors found an AVM, or arterial venous malformation. You're never prepared to hear the worst. I remember as my doctors at Johns Hopkins Medical Center came in to tell me that I would once again need to undergo invasive surgery. Waking up paralyzed was once again unexpected, but I believe that the obstacles we are faced with are there to make us stronger. I found out that I would once again be going to an inpatient facility, and it was a no-brainer, no pun intended, that I would return to St. Charles. It's people like Dr. Semmel and Cindy and the staff here at St. Charles that give us hope. Since my latest injury, I have created a website, Survive, Share, Recover, to help spread the hope and strength that I have acquired throughout my life. We live through each experience and hope to grow. I would not be the person that I am today if I hadn't slipped in that bathroom stall 15 years ago. Of course, I would rather not have gone through that ordeal, but it's the people that I've met that have shaped the person that I am today. I have encountered many doctors, nurses, and therapists in my life, but they've never matched the level of care and compassion that the staff here at St. Charles Hospital has shown my family and I. I am fortunate that I have had the opportunity to be treated by the best. In particular, thanks goes to my physical therapist, Walter Vancura, right there, and my occupational therapist, Jody Kobliner, who have treated me since I was 6 years old, along with my new occupational therapist, Pat Meyer, and my exercise physiologist, James Verdisco, all of whom continue to inspire me to be the best that I can be. It has been my own rehabilitation experience that led me to pursue my own career in occupational therapy, so that I can attempt to be as creative, motivating, and successful as I treat my own patients one day. Never lose sight of who you are, where you want to go, and I hope that will get you there. Thank you.